Well, mar is ó go háach inne lá le páric lá mór náisiúnta na Gael. 1600 bliain a tháinig páric a héidean agus 700 bliain ó bhí an chéad foráid an ina anár tá a anam in airde a gúnaí. Ag páráidí fud fad na tíre bhí daoine go leor faoi éadach glas agus amsir glas a riont áitnaí im lá clia buí na gréine a bhí a geala. Áit haring sin na slúite a boráid is mú sa tír. Meastar go mú €140 million an foráid go dhéalagar na príomh Carrick. Well, our reporter Diane Connor joins us now from Custom House Quay. Tá sprí agus scléipán an sin go fóla, Diane.
Tá an comóra fi lán seol an seo ag teach an custom. Tá splódar san air, tá na mílta balatha sa cathair ar fud na tíre agus ar fud an down, chun comóra a dhéana ar néfóric agus ar éile póric. I'm here at Custom House Quay, where celebrations are continuing this evening. A fun fair in full swing behind me. Thousands of people came to the city today from around the country and indeed from around the world. And many, like myself, are trying to practice the cúpla focalas Gaelga in the spirit of festivities and Seachtain na Gaelga, which concludes after today. Now, organisers of the 4-day festival say it's worth €140 million to the economy. Spectators lined the streets of the capital today to get a look at our national parade as it made its way through the streets of Dublin. Féach ar seo. The sun shone down on the capital for today's National St. Patrick's Day parade, the theme of which was Roots, a celebration of the people, places and stories that connect us.
It's always been a dream of mine to come to Ireland, especially for St. Patrick's Day.
It's our first parade, so I haven't been in years, so we're so excited to bring the girls in this year. Yeah, it's so exciting.
We've travelled from Cork to see the parade.
And what do you think so far?
It's really good.
I would like to see the leprechaun.
You want to see a leprechaun?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
500,000 people lined the streets of Dublin ó gachar den tír agus den down chun lá éile póric a chilúra. Many in position from early this morning to get a good view.
What time are you here, sir?
About 8:30.
It took us 35 hours to fly here, so we didn't want to bugger this one up.
I'm Jody and I'm here for my 40th birthday.
We are from Mexico City and we love the Irish culture and we love St. Patrick. Look at this, it's from the Clada Green.
3,000 participants were involved today with marching bands from Scotland, the United States and Ireland. Grand Marshal was Dublin native Vogue Williams.
I couldn't really sleep last night because it felt like, you know, that excitement for Christmas Day. It's kind of the same excitement and the whole day is just going to be kind of like a dream.
Bhí lá iontach ann inniu I Máille Ó Clia agus na slúta balatha ag clúra cultúr na hÉireann. Diane Connor, RTÉ News, I Máille Ó Clia.
Well, Cork City's St. Patrick's Day parade was the biggest in recent years, with over 3,600 people taking part in a 90-minute extravaganza. Ceann gon dáscór póráid a bhí a gon de Harcaí inniu.
With the tradition going back 124 years, thousands lined the streets of Cork city centre for this year's St. Patrick's Day parade, and they weren't disappointed. Assistance dog Keno proudly captained his team of furry four-footed fellows and their friends, the Irish Guide Dogs, this year's very popular Grand Marshals. With marsh, myth and magic this year's theme, there was plenty of all three, from creatures from the swamp to dazzling dancers in their dozens, bringing spectacle, music and colour in abundance to Carrick. This year's parade was the city's biggest, according to organisers, with over 3,600 people taking part. And bringing it all to a close, Cork City Fire Service's beloved mascot Dolly, on a day full of celebration.
Tralee Shining Bright was the theme of this year's parade in the Kerry capital, celebrating the remarkable achievements of local groups and people who have brought national recognition and pride to the town over the past year. Last year, Tralee was named Ireland's tidiest large urban centre, and in recognition, this year's parade Grand Marshal was the chairman of Tralee Tidy Towns, Brendan O'Brien. This year's Killarney St Patrick's Day Parade is the third in a trilogy, looking forward to the town's future through the young people who will create it. Echoes of Killarney's future was a visualisation of a more inclusive and more sustainable town. Pride of Place went to the Killarney Chamber of Commerce float, which honoured the achievements of actor Michael Fassbender, local Grammy Award winner Rory O'Flaherty, and of course, winner of the Oscar for the Best Female Actress, Jessie Buckley.
sé de bháistí.
Okay, so let's go on.
Ach ní chudig son stop le banna fifas drum Daingean. This is a pre-dawn tradition that goes all the way back to the land war of the 1870s, when the British authorities imposed a curfew outlawing public gatherings between sunrise and sunset.
So can tachti machine. Hechan ban ik amach rubbish rechan le.
Sprint just Dino Chule Takela
Agus rih Rachan Way, hundreds of early risers followed the band around the town. Glór na seanna bhaintide.
Léchra agus léchra tá techt suas ba héama go forráid na féile páirc ngáile im líana hí os cín 3,000 ranforsaí sa boráid idir grúpi pobl, chumann sport agus locht gnó agus ba é ochtran na héireann Michael D. Higgins an tí inni. Fiodhwaga agus scigaris scéalta nuachta tá a mélan phobal ba héama go rint poráidí sinnear.
Involving over 3,000 participants from more than 70 organisations, the Galway Parade brought the usual riot of colour and sound to the city streets. Former President Michael D. Higgins was guest of honour.
Sintak and I'm sure.
And the huge crowds that lined the route were well entertained by the range of bands, performers and sporting groups taking part. It was a parade with a difference for those who availed of a new facility designed to make the proceedings as accessible as possible.
So this is just huge for our autistic community members because it gives them a bit of space to move around. There's no one hitting off them and it's just a lot more of a comfortable environment.
All in all, this was a parade that showcased the essence of community and a reminder of the contribution volunteers play in making such events possible. The 6th Infantry Battalion from the Mayo Army Reserve was on hand to add a touch of pomp and ceremony to events in Newport this afternoon. Crowds turned out in force for a parade heaving with local interest, sporting prowess and the odd superstar. There were plenty of nods to some current events and lots on the musical front too, with Ackles Tunragee Pipe Band entertaining young and old alike.
Níor chuid an bháiste chromisteach ar an geúra a rinne cumann sacr chosearige chúl Troy Parish inne le linn poráid an spidéil i Gunamara. Chud Enoch Burke a bháthid agus i offer a mí hástach leis an bhaid an sláándála in núl agus iad a gera a mealach i dhéanana chríd lárháile an spidéil. Cuidiú an rapálaí mo chara ó nícap os cuairte agus thugann drám óg faoin na clufií Olympacha gíomhre le curláil agus Bob Clownánú.
Is a mel ferrischte kush kuan a vi cean gonna poráidí bó in Éireann inne. One of the biggest St Patrick's Day parades in Ireland took place in Belfast, led by Lord Mayor Tracy Kelly of the DUP. In Yorkin Shaw, áirítear gur glach os cín 10,000 duine páirt sa boráid. An sin, a famous son of the city of Newry, helped to entertain the crowds at the parade there today.
Aspel more in the hidden. Today's parade in Belfast included some new elements to celebrate the legends of St Patrick.
Tommy John Shaw, Lawfell, Patrick, August, a lawn crack.
A big year for the city as it prepares to host its first ever Fleadháil na Héireann this summer.
Amazing to have it in Belfast, believe it or not, for the first time. We're going to have hundreds of thousands of people here.
Today was also a celebration of the city's diversity. A city full of smiling faces taking in the festivities. Anya Gallagher, RTE News, Belfast.
One of the city's most famous sons, former international goalkeeper Pat Jennings, kept the crowds entertained in Newry. Between 10 and 12,000 people lined the streets of the border town for the annual parade. 50 floats and 500 participants snaked through the town.
Happy Me Day, everyone, yes!
The weather held to ensure that everyone had a good day out.
Huge crowds turned out for Derry's St. Patrick's Day parade. Despite the wet conditions, the streets of the city were dominated by a giant snake as the event coincided with a vibrant spring carnival festival. Under the theme of what we nurture will flourish and what we protect will endure, the parade was billed as a celebration of the natural world and the environment. There was plenty of traditional music, dance and festive fun, with crowds enjoying live performances, street entertainment and lots of colourful characters.
Well, there was plenty of sport and music at parades across the Midwest. The parade in Limerick was the culmination of a 5-day festival built around our National Days celebrations.
Ceol agus crack in Limerick. Legends of Limerick was the theme of the city's parade, celebrating local heroes, folklore and sporting figures. Runner Ava Crean led the parade, a slower pace for the National Women's Marathon champion.
Seeing all the kids and the families come out and cheering me on, yeah, it was a great experience.
A fusion of street theatre with high-flying magic from Fidget Feet, and dancers from Ireland, India and Nepal sparkled.
Very, very nice, very beautiful.
Really awesome, I like it.
I really love this place, especially Limerick. Yeah, very fantastic people.
Féile úntach inniu I Limerick. Ennis showed its wicked side, all for good fun this St. Patrick's Day. Painter and sculptor Mick O'Dea was Grand Marshal. Cheeky shenanigans took over the town, proving a little mischief can be magical. Kilura I Gunday on Clár. St. Patrick's Day packed a punch in Nina. Participants had to be fast to keep in step. Siobhan McGowan, a brother of Shane, led this year's parade. For what was a premier display by the All-Ireland hurling champions. Performers and voluntary groups got the stamp of approval. A tip-top day in Tipperary.
Community, carnival and creativity were some of the themes at parades in the Midlands today. It was a day of celebrating sporting clubs, schools and community organisations from across the region.
The local concert band made sure everyone was in tune at this year's Portarlington parade. The Burbage Irish Dance Academy kept everyone in step. Not to be outdone, the Portarlington Women's Shed got in on the act too. On a more serious note, there was a message about rising fuel costs from local fishmonger Alan Mitchell. Sporting groups were out in force too, as the County Laois town came together for this special day. It was a celebration of creativity and community spirit in Longford, the theme a Mwifuin Spare. St Mel's Musical Society marked their upcoming production of The Wizard of Oz.
I'll get you, my pretty!
The Grasshopper folk dancing group entertained the crowd, and sporting clubs from across the county were represented. The Savage Martial Arts group had a smashing time, while others took a more laid-back approach. Agus bhain gach duine sult as an lá. Drumming up the atmosphere, the Samba Mamas got the parade moving in Castlepollard. There were plenty of familiar faces. And in keeping with the theme, entertainment through the ages, Bosco made a special appearance.
Hello, everybody!
Making the journey, local sporting groups. And the Mullingar Tam Band ended the parade on a high note.
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
In Mount Bolus, County Offaly, they got off to an early start this morning. Community stalwarts Liam and Olivia White led the parade. An invasion of Smurfs brought music and moves. And sporting success was celebrated. It was a day that even the dogs and the lambs on the street seemed to enjoy.
Irish culture, music and local pride were the themes celebrated in St Patrick's Day parades across the North East. Community groups and performers were the stars of the show, with a surprise appearance from the White House.
Irish music was the soundtrack for the parade in Cavan this year, as St Patrick rolled into town in style. Local marching bands and some from neighbouring counties entertained the crowds who gathered for the parade, which has been running for more than 45 years. Cavan's many sports clubs and community groups were celebrated, and there were some more unusual participants too. Far from the Oval Office in Washington, the Secret Service was standing in the way of the traditional shamrock ceremony, a packed St Patrick's Day in Cavan where the mood was hard to beat. Members of the 27th Infantry Battalion from Dundalk's Aiken Barracks led this year's parade in the town, where Irish myth and legend was brought to life. The Brown Bull of Cooley, one of the many impressive floats on display for this year's parade. The man himself was on hand to greet the huge crowd who turned out for Lá Éile Pádraig. Dundalk FC had the honour of being Grand Marshal, as the club celebrates 100 years in the League of Ireland. The town's sporting efforts in everything from soccer to GAA and cricket were all on show, as children from dance groups in the area kept the party going. Colour and celebrating Irish culture was the theme in Kells, County Meath, whose highly successful handball club were the Grand Marshals today. It wasn't just humans marching in this parade, and this calf had to hitch a ride along the way. Among this year's floats, Nullig, bringing Christmas to Kells 9 months early. Music and dancing filled the streets, with some spectators even putting on their own show. TikTok star turned leprechaun Helen Drum was the Grand Marshal of the Monaghan parade, which celebrated all things made in Monaghan. St Patrick was still chasing snakes around town as excited crowds came out to soak it up, and some had the perfect viewing spot. Local groups were led out by the Monaghan Special Olympics Club, while energetic entrants got people moving, and Irish dancers from Sculrincan i Vrogan showed off their skills.
Well, community and inclusivity shone at parades in the south of the country as people came together to celebrate Ireland's national holiday. Across the region, the weather held out to boost attendances and the celebratory mood.
The Wexford Town Parade first dates back to 1904. Over 100 years later, and the parade still has people's spirits, justifiably inflated. Onlookers were treated to a spectacle involving 130 different groups. Everyone left smiling today after those involved in the parade put their best foot forward. Dr. Morgan McGonigal was the Grand Marshal at the Waterford City Parade in recognition for his work saving lives in international conflict zones. Not even a super soaking by St Patrick himself could dampen the spirits of those present. A nod too from this parade to the past. Plenty of dancing and singing also meant the Waterford City Parade hit the right note. Dubbed Kilkenny's answer to Vogue Williams, the Grand Marshal of this year's parade in the Marble City was renowned local personality George Candler. The theme of the Kilkenny parade was Together La Céile, with organisers saying they wanted to celebrate the power of community. Those at the parade encouraged to use their Cuid Gaeilge, chun Lá Éile Pádraig a Ceiliúradh. Keeping with tradition, the colour party was followed by the Kileshan Pipe Band at the Carlow Town Parade. The theme this year, A Place for Everyone, with the organisers saying they wish to highlight the values of inclusion, community and belonging. Several local sporting organisations took part, while those on 2 long legs and some puppets with 4 legs made sure everyone was kept entertained.
Well, outside the main parade in Dublin city centre, there were many others in other parts of the capital and surrounding counties. Huge crowds flocked to the towns across the east coast as the sun lightened the mood.
Excitement in Raheny was at fever pitch today, with the local GAA star Brian Fenton out in front, but even he couldn't upstage the man himself. The Scout troop showed off their latest build before it all kicked off with the Baldoyle Taekwondo members. Cleicester Basketball Club dribbled down the route, while the Musical Society added a little razzmatazz. This parade reaching new depths as large crowds came out in force. Just shy of 40 groups took part in this year's Clondalkin celebrations. In total there were 1,000 participants, with many more watching on from the sidelines. For some it was their first parade, others were veterans. There was music aplenty, courtesy of St Joseph's Pipe Band, with the local dance studio providing all the necessary moves. The sun brought out large crowds here. For some though, it was too hot. They were burning rubber on the streets of Newtownmountkennedy today, burning through fuel too, as they also had their say on the price of a barrel of oil. The mood though was high, hundreds lined the streets. Dance groups were joined by sporting teams, and even the local dogs turned up. Some though didn't fancy the walk. The Grand Marshals were Geraldine and Robert Nolan, who just retired after 40 years running the local post office. They certainly delivered today. A giant St Patrick took centre stage in Celbridge today, marking the 300th anniversary of Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels, the writer a frequent visitor here once upon a time. The Ohio State University Marching Band had hot-footed it from Dublin city centre to make it to Kildare. They didn't miss a beat, with sporting groups well represented. The local samba group danced the day away in Brazilian-type weather.
Visha in the law Cree Yeelish, Letterkenny na gunda Runangal, Richt Mlena, Art Caru Puraid na Fela Park Kial Anara Mayal Shragoid, a Harlot's Nights. Elsewhere in the northwest, Kinloch and County Leitrim hosted the country's earliest parade at midnight.
No chauffeur was needed for St Patrick in Kinloch, County Leitrim when the clock hit 12. Niamh Patrick rolled in style, backed by a cavalcade of tractors. He was closely followed by clubs, businesses, youth groups and piebald ponies. The North Leitrim village burst to life for its very first parade. As Ireland's earliest parade turned for home, Kinloch was treated to a rousing rendition of Lovely Leitrim. In Sligo, a host of pipe bands entertained the crowds. The theme was Legends Live Here, celebrating past, present and future. Those legends included European surf champion Garage McDay and Dracula creator Bram Stoker. However, it was the next generation who stole the show. Youth clubs and groups were to the fore, with music, dance and performance. Bhí na Hillarú, Spriúil, Funiúil, Ildache, a Sligo. The Carrick on Shannon parade was led by the Kiltubrick Pipe Band. Grand Marshal Kathleen Coleman, joined by her husband Padraig, was honoured for decades of service to her community. The parade was a special one, as Carrick celebrated winning Ireland's tidiest town for the first time. Local sports clubs, schools and voluntary groups were also recognised. Samba drummers and Irish dancers kept the crowds entertained. A colourful showcase of community spirit and creativity.
Happy St Patrick's Day!
Honorary Gardaí from the Donegal Little Blue Heroes Foundation were the Grand Marshals of the Letterkenny parade. Little Angel School and the Donegal Special Olympics team were also to the fore. The Letterkenny District Pipe Band added to an electric atmosphere. The Cathedral Town showcased its sporting clubs, scouts and international communities. Bhí na slúte faoi gheasa ag an cheol agus an chrac a Letterkenny.
Bhí paréid le Pedric an gdór faoi lein seáilniu le slúte móra bailíthe agus siad gléasta an nglas. Cé go se cort an mhórchaid is léir na thuirsiniste ar an tapmasfír spládra a bhí le móthú ar fud an cheantar agus daoine ága agus ísta i muir na sréideanna le puirte lacu sa leispéisiata seo. Bhín ceol le cloisiil ar fud an fáraiste le buinte ceol ó mhór ran na fearste agus na deirí buge ag siúil na sréideanna ag cur leis an atmosfér bríomhar. Le fáinúil spládra a bhí an gdór le muir an cheantar ag teach le chiile.
The Defence Forces led the Boyle Parade in Roscommon. The theme was hot air balloons, marking the return of the Irish Hot Air Ballooning Championships to Lough Key. The Grand Marshal of the parade was retired Postmaster Paul Ford. He travelled in style. Gymnasts and active age groups all added to a carnival of colour. Tillerú spliodrach ar lá mór na ngéil a manister na búile.
Well, around the globe, the Irish diaspora have been celebrating our culture and our patron saint with festivals, performances and parades.
In the build-up to St. Patrick's Day, Chicago honoured a more than 60-year-old tradition by dyeing the river green.
Nobody does it like Chicago. The river here and the people making it.
They're unlikely to agree in Lithuania, where the river Vilnius in Vilnius was similarly transformed as part of their St. Patrick's celebrations, while other cities across the globe opted for the more traditional parade option. New York's is the oldest and largest in the world, attracting nearly 2 million spectators. They had a beautiful day for their parade in Madrid. Thousands turned out for the celebration of Irish culture in Spain's capital city. Alongside the array of bands, dancers and performers, there were also some serious Back to the Future vibes. There was plenty of colour and crack as the Irish diaspora came together on the streets of Prague to celebrate its annual St. Patrick's Parade, the highlight for many of a week-long festival. While around 30,000 people attended this year's St. Patrick's celebrations in Sydney, the theme of this year's parade, the Irish welcome you.
It's
better than Ireland, except we don't get the day off.
True. Yeah. Australia, give us the day off.
In Serbia, Irish actors Stephen Ray and Ruth Nega discussed and recited Beckett as part of the Belgrade Irish Festival, while trad music had toes tapping, courtesy of the Irish Embassy in Beijing. Professional dancers took to the stage in Maputo in Mozambique and to the classroom in Kampala in Uganda to share the love of Irish dancing and to teach a few moves. Many members of the Irish Defence Forces serving overseas received their traditional medal and shamrock to mark our national holiday, but in Camp Shamrock in southern Lebanon, the annual ceremony was scaled back, in line with protection measures amid the ongoing conflict in the region. On the border between the US and Canada, Niagara Falls took on a green hue. It's one of many well-known landmarks around the world going green for St. Patrick's Day. Laura Fletcher, RTE News.